It's probably over 20 years now since the first ATMs started appearing en masse on the high streets. And when you think about what they were like back in time, the little green screens and things, and compare that to today's ATM, it's remarkable how little that user interface has changed. Because when the ATMs first arrived on the high street, they were probably the most advanced piece of technology consumers had dealt with in their day-to-day lives. And they're now probably the least advanced, because they haven't changed in terms of the consumer experience. There's a lot going on underneath. ATMs are very advanced now inside compared with what they were back then, but really the user interface hasn't changed, and that really isn't sustainable, I don't think, in today's sort of consumer channels, because consumers are influenced by lots of different industries, and they are used to dealing with companies through numerous different channels of interaction, and they expect a seamless experience. There was a report just published by First Data where they've been doing research into consumer experience and interfaces. And what they found is consumers expect and demand a seamless interface, first of all, so that whatever data the company has, whatever transactions they've already done with that company, they should be obvious and continual through whichever other user interface they go to. They also want a consistent experience. So if they're dealing with a company or a bank through a mobile phone, it should look and feel the same as the internet channel and look and feel the same as an ATM. And obviously there are constraints in terms of the physical aspects of these interfaces. You can't make a mobile phone as comprehensive as a computer screen. But within those constraints, it should be obvious that you're dealing with Bank X. It should be obvious that your authentication and the basic rules of engagement, if you like, around different transactions and services should be consistent across those channels. And that's a very important thing, which consumers see in other industries. The airline industry, travel industry and so on are very good at that. Banks, maybe not so advanced at this stage, but everything's there to make that happen. Certainly with the software that we have with an NCR, we can do that. We can join the different channels together. We can distribute the same user experience across multiple different channels using a sort of fixed core piece of software, so that you don't have to write specific software per channel. So not only can we improve the consumer experience from that point of view, but we can also do it in a very operationally efficient way for banks. So that's something which I think I see as an emerging big opportunity for us within the banking industry, and it's where the banking industry has to do a lot of catching up, because really consumers are driving today's conversation, and it's really, to be successful in that environment, banks have to surround consumers with opportunities to do business. It's not like the old days where the bank opened at 9 o'clock, and if you weren't there by 3 o'clock, too bad, you have to come back the next day. Nowadays, if you want to do business successfully with consumers, you have to surround them with points of interaction, and those points have to be consistent and seamless. So, as I said, NCR is at the heart of providing that type of software. Our software architectures and foundations are all geared towards doing that across multiple channels. We're not just an ATM company anymore, we're genuinely a software company. And if you want to find out more about that, then please come and talk to us, and we'll show you what we can do with software on your banking network.